Hello, I'm Elash Levinsky and this is Break the Fake. They make them, we break them, and tell you everything you need to know. Vladimir Putin's 72nd birthday, a day surely marked on every calendar in Russia, if not by choice, then by sheer necessity. But as it turned out, the international celebrations were, shall we say, underwhelming. Not a single birthday wish from his BRICS friends, not a nod from Xi Jinping, not a cheer from Modi, not even a candle blown out in solidarity by Kim Jong-un. It's almost as if the world's dictators had better things to do. Even Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei decided to sit this one out, leaving Putin's inbox remarkably empty. But don't you worry, Putin didn't have to celebrate alone. No, the man who has painstakingly built a regime of fear and repression was serenaded by none other than those too frightened to forget his big day. There were the obligatory happy birthday chants from school children, smiles on the faces of officials wishing him well, because, let's face it, what else can you do when your livelihood depends on how convincingly you can feign enthusiasm?
Отряды Путина.
Уважаемый Владимир Владимирович, мы, отряды Путина, поздравляем вас с днем рождения! Вы человек разума, вы лидер везде и всегда. Вы гений, вас любит мир весь. Россия и вы – душа всего мира. Мы любим вас, мы ценим вас, мы вас благодарим за все.
Чарочка моя серебряная, на золотом блюде поставленная, кому чару пить, кому здравым быть. Пить чару Владимиру, на здоровье Владимировичу. То ни лес, ни трава расстилаются, наши буйные головки преклоняются. За твои дела прокричим ура, ура, ура!
Well, that surely would have been the Eurovision entry for next year, but Russia is no longer participating. And of course, no Putin birthday would be complete without Ramzan Kadyrov, who spewed praise like a leaky oil tanker spilling its precious cargo. However, the Chechen leader's declaration that Putin's birthday is an important day for the entire nation reads less like heartfelt praise than the ramblings of a man who's carefully measuring every word to ensure his own survival. Well, as for Lukashenko, because he has to be there, right? Well, let's just say that his brown-nosing skills have become an art form at this point, so expertly crafted that it's almost boring, in fact. All in all, a rather isolated affair for the once feared man of the hour, Vladimir Putin. Turns out even dictators can have lonely birthdays when the world stops answering their calls. I kind of imagine Putin humming the old Simple Plan hit. I woke up, it was 7, I waited till 11 just to figure out that no one would call. You know this one, yeah? I think I've got a lot of friends, but I don't hear from them. What's another night all alone when you're spending every day on your own? Well, Vlad, we wish you no longer get to have such lonely birthdays. They say The Hague is a very social place. Now, Nothing says many happy returns, quite like a cyber attack taking down 20 of your top propaganda channels on your very special day. It's almost poetic, really. While Putin's cronies were busy sending out the usual over-the-top birthday messages, Ukrainian hackers decided to celebrate in a way that truly honors the man by taking down his favorite TV shows. Russia 1, Russia 24, and all those lovely channels spewing Kremlin-approved narratives were suddenly unavailable to spoon-feed the masses. This is how it looked like on Russian television sets. Behold.
Теперь депутат Гончаренко изъясняется исключительно на мове.
Леша, где твой автомат?
И устраивает сбор книг на украинском языке для жителей той части Херсонщины, которая находится под контролем киевского режима. Называет территории деоккупированными. Выходит, 15 лет назад на митинге сам был оккупантом.
Фактически эти люди предали все, чему их учили, предали то, во что они верили, ради своего места во власти и возможности наживаться на украинском народе. Никакой идеи либо идеологии у них нет, потому что они просто изменили свое мировоззрение и свое восприятие мира, а самое главное, свои слова в угоду ежесекундной политической конъюнктуре.
Сейчас
You have to admire the timing here. While Ramzan Kadyrov and his ilk were falling over themselves to proclaim Putin's greatness, the hackers gave him the one present he definitely didn't ask for, a big, fat reminder that despite all the propaganda, his control isn't quite as absolute as he would like to think. It's the kind of birthday prank you won't find on Hallmark cards, but hey, when your reign is built on censorship and disinformation, losing control of the airwaves is the ultimate burn. Speaking of burns, apparently an oil terminal in Crimea also went up in flames. Not the kind of birthday candles you can easily blow out, but hey, it is what it is. Well, if you can't win on the battlefield, why not claim victory by demolishing your own vacation home? In what we can only describe as a strategic retreat, Vladimir Putin has apparently succeeded in leveling his lavish Sochi residence. It is truly an astonishing success, of his own special kind, of course. Forget the setbacks in Ukraine. The real triumph is turning a seaside palace into a pile of rubble. Mission accomplished. Now, Putin is hosting guests in another palace nearby because, well, every authoritarian needs a backup mansion, right? But here's the kicker. He is spending less and less time by the Black Sea, almost like he's worried that Ukraine's next special delivery might hit a little too close to home. And to top it all off, our brave bunker commander has also adjusted his flight patterns, because nothing says unshakable leadership like being too scared to visit your own palace or fly in a straight line. In a world of Putin, blowing up your own stuff is apparently the mark of genius. I guess it's a new tradition of sorts. Recent reports say Russians might have shot down their own experimental stealth drone over Ukraine. So yeah, keep it up, I guess. And now let's talk about Viktor Bout, the man whose life is so full of irony it could fill a Russian weapons cache. After being dramatically exchanged for basketball star Brittany Griner in 2022, a totally normal trade, right? An athlete for a notorious arms dealer, Bout is apparently back to his old tricks, trading weapons like it's just another day at the office. And not just any office, mind you. He's now an official deputy in the Ulyanovsk Regional Assembly. Because, you know, when you're a convicted arms dealer, naturally the next step is politics, right? According to the Wall Street Journal, Bout recently struck a $10 million deal with Yemen's Houthi rebels to ship Kalashnikovs, disguised as food deliveries from Russia. Honestly, if this wasn't so dangerous, it would be the stuff comedy is made of. But no, Viktor Bout, ever the opportunist, seems to have picked up right where he left off, as if the whole international arms trafficking conviction was just a minor inconvenience. Clearly, the phrase rehabilitation just doesn't translate well in Russia. But then, when Russians say something like, for example, goodwill gesture, it actually means an utter battlefield catastrophe followed by retreat. So I suppose it's a bit of a culture clash thing. And so, we end another episode of Break the Fake, but please do stay with us here on TVP World. There is lots and lots coming. I'm Jonasz Rewiński. Bye for now.